Video lesson prepared by N. Markandaya, Dr. B.R.R. Government Degree College, Chechalla, lecturer in chemistry, Department of Chemistry. Topic is amino acids and proteins. For BSc third year, 6th semester, paper 7. So today lactams from gamma and delta amino acids. Formation of lactams from gamma and delta amino acids. So here lactams are the cyclic amides. The term lactam is portmanteau of the word. So lactam are cyclic amides. See the amide, general amide structure is CONH2 is the amide functional group. CONH2 is the amide functional group. Here cyclic amides are called a lactams. Cyclic amides are called a lactams. The term lactam is portmanteau of the words. See here lactone plus amide gives us to lactam. See here, so this is beta lactam, gamma lactam, delta lactam. See here mainly this is carbonyl functional group. So side carbon is called a alpha carbon, beta carbon. This is amide functional group remaining. So this is known as a cyclic amide. So cyclic amide contain 4 atoms, carbon, 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 nitrogen. 4 atom contain cyclic amide known as a beta lactam. See, this is the gamma lactam. Here this is the carbonyl functional group. Side carbon is alpha carbon, next carbon is beta, next carbon is gamma. So it is known as a gamma lactam. See, next one is delta lactam. See here also this is the carbonyl functional group. So alpha, beta, gamma, delta. This is the cyclic amide functional group. This is the amide functional group. Here also this is CONH, CONH. These all are the amide functional groups. So lactams are the cyclic amides. We have a beta lactam, gamma lactam, delta lactam. These are the examples. When beta, gamma, delta, etc. amino acids are heated in the presence of an acid, they form beta, gamma, delta lactams, etc. respectively. Okay, if the beta, gamma, delta amino acids on heating to form a beta lactams, gamma lactams and delta lactams. See here, beta lactams are very much useful as medicines. Beta lactams are very much useful as medicines. Beta lactams are capable of disrupting the cell membrane of bacteria. So it acts as a medicine to beta lactams are very much useful as a medicines. The beta lactams are capable of destroy the cell membrane of bacteria. So penicillin is a beta lactam. Penicillin contain beta lactam ring. How to formation of beta lactam means beta amino acids. This is NH2, CH2, CH2, COOH. This is carboxylic acid functional group. This is alpha carbon. This is beta carbon. This is beta amino acid. So on heating this in the presence of acidic media, so by removing of OH minus from carboxylic acid group, H from NH2 group. So to form a cyclic amide is known as a beta lactam. Cyclic group known as a beta lactam. So it is prepared from beta amino acid. So like that, see here gamma amino acids. So take the gamma amino acids. See, this is the COOH functional group. This is alpha carbon, beta carbon, gamma carbon. So when this gamma amino acid on heating, so it will form a gamma lactam by removing of water molecule. It form a gamma lactam by removing of water molecule. So water molecule, how it is removed? So OH group from COOH functional group, hydrogen from NH2 group. So then it will cycle is closed as contain the amide functional group. See like here HOH. So on heating, so this water molecule will remove to form a cyclic amide. This is the cyclic amide. The cycle is closed by removing of water molecule to form a gamma lactam. So from gamma on heating gamma amino acid to form a gamma lactams. See here next delta lactams from delta amino acids. See here COOH. So next to CH2 group is alpha group, CH2 group is beta group, CH2 group is gamma group, CH2 delta. So delta carbon contain the NH2 functional group. So it is a delta amino acids. So by heating this delta amino acid form a delta lactam. So by loss of water molecule. Here water molecule loss from OH group from COOH group and hydrogen from NH2 group. Then this cycle will closed with the amide bond. Cycle will closed with the amide bond. This is the 6-membered cycle. So contain the nitrogen atoms. Contain the one nitrogen atom. This is the gamma lactams. Here delta and gamma lactams are more stable lactams because gamma lactam and delta lactams are the contain the 5 and 6-membered cycles. So these are the 5 and 6-membered cycles, but beta lactams are the unstable because beta lactam contain only 4-membered cycle, 4-membered cycles. So these are the lactams: beta lactam, gamma lactam and delta lactam. So these lactams are prepared by beta, gamma and delta amino acids. So on heating, so these amino acids form a respective lactams. See the next structure and nomenclature of peptides and protein. Structure and nomenclature of peptides and proteins. See here, take first peptides. So amino acids form peptides and polypeptides and proteins. These amino acids form peptides, polypeptides and proteins. See next point. Peptides are shortest chain of amino acid linked by peptide or amide bond. Peptide or amide bond. These peptides are so naturally occurring polymers in living systems. Peptides are so amides having formula so RCONH2. This peptide also contain this CONH bond. So peptides are amides having the RCONH2 formula. Peptide contain so bond CONH. Peptide contain bond CONH linkages. So okay. So peptides are shortest chain of amino acids linked by peptide or amide bond. So this is the peptide bond CONH is the peptide bond. Okay, peptides are formed by condensation of two or more amino acids with the loss of water molecule. Peptides are formed by condensation of two or more alpha amino acids with the loss of so one or more water molecules. Condensation means when these two molecules so by combined together by losing a small molecule is known as a condensation reaction. Here amino acids link together by amide, that means CONH bonds. The amide bond between the amino groups of one amino acid molecule and the carboxylic group of another amino acid molecule. Okay, this amide bond between the amino acids of one amino acid molecule and the carboxy group of another amino acid molecule is called the peptide bond. The product of this reaction is called a dipeptide because it is the made up of two amino acids. For example, take glycine. So the combination of glycine and alanine NH2 CH2 CO NH CHR COOH. This is the so peptide so forming with glycine and alanine. This is the peptide bond. So in this the amide bond or peptide bar amide bond both are same. The amide bond between the amino group of one carboxylic acid molecule and the carboxyl group of another amino acid molecule is called the peptide bond. The product of the reaction is called dipeptide because so it is made up of two amino acids. It is made up of two amino acids. So that means classification of peptide depends upon the number of alpha amino acids which are used in the formation of peptide chain. This is the peptide bond with two amino acids is known as a dipeptide. See here example. See here NH2 bond CH bond R C double bond O C OH. This is the one amino acid. It react with the NH2 CHR COOH. This is the second amino acid. So both are condensed to form a dipeptide. See here. So OH group, removing the OH group of first amino acids and hydrogen from second amino acids loss as water molecule to form a dipeptide. This dipeptide formed by two amino acids, that is known as a dipeptide. When this dipeptide react with the third mole of amino acid, this is the third mole of amino acids, so then again loss of water molecule, here OH from this dipeptide right side molecule and hydrogen from amino group of the third amino acids to form a peptide. It is known as a tripeptide. So tripeptide form, so made up of 3 amino acids. Tripeptide form 3 amino acids. See here, so from about 2 alpha amino acids used in the formation of peptide, that peptide is called as a dipeptide. So 3 alpha amino acids used in the formation of peptide, that peptide is known as a tripeptide. So for this formation of tripeptide, 3 moles of alpha amino acids are used. 3 moles of alpha amino acids are used. This is second amino acid, this is third amino acids, that is the first amino acids. See here, if the third amino acid combines to dipeptide, the product is called as a tripeptide. A tripeptide contains 3 amino acids linked by 2 peptide linkages. Tripeptide contain 2 peptide linkages. See here, dipeptide contain 1 peptide linkages. Similarly, when 4, 5 or 6 amino acids are linked, the respective products are known as a tetrapeptide, pentapeptide or hexapeptide respectively. So this 4 alpha amino acids used in the formation of peptides is known as a tetrapeptide. So 5 alpha amino acids used in the formation of peptide, so is known as a pentapeptide. If the 6 alpha amino acids used in the formation of peptide, that peptide is called a hexapeptide. See here, next point, when the number of such amino acids is more than 10, so if alpha amino acids more than 10, so then the product are called a polypeptide. If alpha amino acids more than 10, then peptide form is called a polypeptide. Next point, a polypeptide with more than 100 amino acids, residues having molecular mass higher than the 10,000 mu is called a protein. Okay, a polypeptide with more than 100 amino acid residues and the polypeptide molecular mass is higher than 10,000 mu is called a protein. Proteins such as insulin, which contain 51 amino acids. Protein of insulin protein contain the 51 amino acids. So these are the peptides. Okay. So peptides are formed from the combination of amino acids. So by amide linkages or peptide linkages. So by these amino acids combined together, so by loss of water molecule to form a peptides. So two amino acids form a dipeptide, 3 amino acids form a tripeptide, 4 amino acids form a tetrapeptide. So like that. So see here, example. So number of NH2CHR COOH, number of amino acids undergoes the heating, form a, see here, NH2CHR, C double bond O, NH bond CHR, it will take N-2, see here, N-1 COOH plus N-1 water molecule. Two amino acids lost one water molecule, form one amide bond. So if the number of amino acids form a polypeptide, so number of amino acids means more than 10 amino acids form a polypeptides. So in number of amino acids form a polypeptide, the number of peptide linkages are equal to N-1, and the so loss of water molecules also N-1, so water molecule. C, dipeptide form a with 1 amide linkages, tripeptide form a 2 amide linkages, tripeptide form a 2 amide linkages, tetrapeptide form a 3 amide linkages. So like that, number of amino acids form a polypeptide with N-1 peptide linkages. So with N-1 peptide linkages. See here, polypeptide may contain different amino acids. Polypeptide contain one free COOH group, one free NH2 group, and N-1 peptide linkages. This is very, very important. See here, so any peptide so contain one free COOH group at right side and one free NH2 group at left side, and N-1 peptide linkages, 1 minus N-1 peptide linkages. So here see above example. See here above examples, the N moles of N amino acids to form a polypeptide. So in that polypeptide, see here one NH2 group is free at left side, COOH group free at right side, and N-1 peptide linkages. So polypeptide may contain different amino acids. Same amino acids are, so may different amino acids. Polypeptide contain one free COOH group, one free NH2 group, and N-1 peptide linkages. The peptide chain has two ends, is basic group, another end is acid group. The peptide chain has two ends. So one is basic group and another one is so acid group. See here above example. So this contain the COOH group at right side. So this is the acid group. So at the left end is NH2 group, that is a basic group. So peptide chain has two ends, is basic group, another end is the acid group. See here alanine glycine peptide. Alanine glycine peptide, this is formed by the alanine and glycine. So form a dipeptide. See here NH3 plus bond CH3 CO. This is from alanine amino acid. So NH2 CH2 COOH, this is the glycine amino acids. both combined by a peptide linkage. This is the peptide linkage, form a alanyl glycine dipeptide. So in the dipeptide, this left amino acids is known as a N-terminal amino acid. So this left amino acid is known as a N-terminal amino acid. So this right side amino acid is known as a C-terminal amino acids. So any peptide contain the one N-terminal amino acids at left side and C-terminal amino acids at right side. So generally peptide also classified as a N-terminal, that means free NH2 group or NH3 plus group. So and the second one is the C-terminal. So C-terminal free of COOH group or COO minus group. So peptides are two types, one N-terminal peptides and C-terminal peptides. So the amino acids which contain a free NH2 is N-terminal and free COO minus or COOH group at C-terminal. This is very important. This is the N-terminal and this is the C-terminal. So it is agreed that the amino group as NH3 plus or H2N bond is at the left and the carboxyl group as COOH or COO minus at the right while writing the peptide. See here we can write the NH2 group or COOH group. So or we can write the deuterion form also. So it is agreed that the amino group as NH3 plus or NH2 is at the left and the carboxyl group as COOH or COO minus at the right while writing the peptide. These left and right ends are called a N-terminus. These left and right ends are called a N-terminus. That means amino terminus and C-terminus or carboxy terminus respectively. So N-terminus is exists at the left side of the peptide bond. C-terminus is exists at the right side of the peptide bond. See here in the above example, N-terminal amino acid is alanine. This is the alanine. This is came from the alanine and this is came from the glycine. So in the above example, N-terminal amino acid is alanine and glycine is C-terminal amino acids for. So what is the nomenclature of this alanyl glycine? What is the nomenclature of this dipeptide is alanyl glycine. Alanyl glycine. See next nomenclature of peptides. See here. So in naming the polypeptide, we select the N-terminal residue. We select the N-terminal residue and they write it at the left side and NH2 group in it completely on its left side. The C-terminal residue is on the extreme right side with its bond COOH completely on its right side. The various intermediary amino acid residues are written in the given sequence and named in the same order. See here, nomenclature of the peptide is start from the N-terminal. So in alpha amino acid, INEIN is replaced by YL. This is very very important. INEIN is replaced by YIL in N terminal, except C terminal as it is. C terminal is as it is. See here, this is the dipeptide formed by glycine and alanine. So this dipeptide formed by glycine and alanine. See here, glycine structure, NH2, CH2, COO, OH plus alanine is NH2, CH3, COOH. So by removing of water molecule to form this dipeptide formed by the glycine and alanine. So see here, nomenclature of this compound is, this nomenclature is start from the N terminus. N terminus means, so in this dipeptide, this is this NH2 CH2 CO is N terminus, NHCH CH3 COOH is C terminus. This is C terminus, this is N terminus. So this nomenclature is start from N terminal. So in alpha amino acid, N terminal INE is replaced by YL. See here, generally we can, this is the glycine, N terminal is glycine. Okay, this INEIN replaced by the YL. INEIN is replaced by the YL. So it will convert as a, see here, glycyl. So and second N terminus, sorry, C terminus amino acid is, so as it is. See, there is no change in the C terminus amino acids. Here C terminus amino acid is alanine. So alanine is the, so as it is. So this nomenclature of this above dipeptide is glycyl alanine. So okay. So otherwise the another nomenclature is, so we can write the first three letters, abbreviation of first three words of the amino acid taken as a C terminal. So and the same, so remaining N terminal amino acids also first three words we can write. Another nomenclature is from glycine, first three letters are GLY, gly. For alanine, first three words are the alanine. So both are right with a hyphen. So this sequence from N terminus to C terminus with three letters of, so each amino acid by a, so hyphen, by the putting hyphens. So here the amino acid sequence is given by using the three letter abbreviations for the corresponding amino acids with hyphens. See here, this is example. Okay, see here, the amino acid sequences is given by using the three letter abbreviations from the corresponding amino acids with hyphens. So this nomenclature start from the N terminal. See here, this is the tripeptide. Formed with glycine and alanyl and the again glycine. So this So first this is the N terminal, this is the C terminus. So we can write from the N terminus. N terminus amino acid is the glycine. So we can write the 3 letters gly, put the hyphen. And the second amino acid is alanine. So again this also we can write the 3 letter as the abbreviation ALA. And the third amino acid is also glycine. So we can write the GLY. So this is the nomenclature of tripeptide. Tripeptide. This is one nomenclature. So another nomenclature is, so we can put the YL in the place of INE of N-terminal amino acids. N-terminal amino acids. Here N-terminal amino acid is glycine. So we can write the glycyl. Same we can write the second amino acid also. So alanyl, INE in place substituted by YL. So this is alanyl. And C-terminal acid is, so C-terminal acid is, we can't change C-terminal acid. C-terminal amino acid is as it is it. So this is the glycine. So we can write the glycine. So name is glycyl, alanyl and glycine. So another name is gly, and abbreviation of 3 letters of each amino acid residue. So gly hyphen ALA hyphen glycine, like that. See one more example. NH2CH2CO, NH2CH2CHCO, NH2CH2 OHCOOH. This first is the glycine, second one is the alanyl, third one is the serine. So this nomenclature of this we can write the, this glycine is the N-terminal, this serine is the C-terminal. So we can start from the N-terminal. So glycine is write as a glycyl, and second amino acids also we can write the alanyl, and C-terminal acid is no change. C-terminal acid is no change. So we can write the serine. Glycyl, alanyl, seryl. So or we can put as 3 letter abbreviation. So we can write here. So glycyl hyphen alanyl hyphen serine, SCR hyphen. So this is the 3 letter abbreviation. We can write nomenclature of amino acids as, so this type or so this method also. This is the nomenclature of peptides. Okay. So this nomenclature of peptides start from the N-terminal. So in N-terminal amino acids, INE, ene is replaced by YL. So it's like that, except so C-terminal amino acid, C-terminal amino acid as it is. So we can write the N-terminal amino acids, next amino acids, next amino acids, next amino acids, but C-terminal amino acid is so as it is. So here the amino acid, or another nomenclature is, the amino acid sequence is given by using the 3 letter abbreviations for the corresponding amino acids with hyphens. So here we know the, so all 20 amino acids abbreviations. So glycine like A, GLY, alanine like A, ALY, serine like A, SCR, like that we know the, so total 20 alpha amino acids. We can write from left to right, so with the abbreviations of amino acids with putting a hyphens. Okay, this is the, so today video lesson. Thank you.